Alrighty then. Hey everybody, you're live with Griff. Welcome to the stream today. My name's Kevin Griffin. I'm so glad you're here. Mr. Groves in the house. Good to see you, sir. How are things going? It has been quite the week. I'm glad it's Friday. I am actually killing a little bit of time. It's been go, go, go all week long. And we had a hurricane earlier this week. And I just feel like, yeah, Friday. It is just time for a weekend. And so I got a new Lego set. I got the Lego NES. And it is sitting on the floor in the house. Not opened yet. I told myself, yeah, have you seen the Lego NES? Let's hold on. We got the power of the internet here. Lego NES. Yeah, here I'm just switch over to my screen. There we are. Taking me a Lego. Here we go. Yep. All right, so 2,600 pieces. Showed up at the door. It is in a big box. Let me drop this into the chat for everyone. It cost me a little bit, but this is a reward for, I have a course I'm finishing up on building APIs. And I told myself, I cannot touch this Lego set until this course is done. So the Lego set is basically going to sit there and push me to get this work done. Hey, cheaper to get NES and a CRT. Yeah, you're telling me. But it actually works. I don't know if they have the video of it, but the TV has a little crank. Hold on. Yeah, it's a little crank on the side, so the scrolling background actually moves and goes around. Hey, Tail Learn Code. Thanks for the host, bud. So I'm not sure how the Mario moves up and down. I think there are some details to kind of work out. But there's a cartridge, and the cartridge actually goes into the Nintendo. Yeah, I'm really excited about putting this together because I love things like this. Here's the back of it. It even has the coax connector and the left-right audio cables. It's like it's 1989 all over again. Doesn't come with that Mario. I don't think it comes with that Mario. I think that Mario is an add-on. I haven't actually. Oh, so that's the entire diorama. There's a couple Goombas. Oh, Koopa Troopers. Yeah. Oh man, I'm so excited about this. I thought there was also... Oh, I guess it does come with the big Mario, doesn't it? With different faces. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Here we go. You turn the crank. The Mario runs. Jumps. All right, we're going to have to see this in action when I'm all done. So 2,600 pieces is not that big. Not that complicated of a set. Is the Big Mario animated? I don't think he is. I think he just has... It's like the minifigs. You can turn the faces around. I think it's just like a big minifig. Maybe? I honestly don't know. I'll report back later. You're watching a video. Okay, tell me how the video goes. Yeah, okay. So I'm super excited about this. And it means I have to get some work done to get this course out, which I'm well over 50% done. I have a chart on my wall. Yeah, slides, recordings, all that good stuff. So I'm less than 50%, or I'm more than 50% done with it. So spend some time on that next week. Next week I'd like to have all my slides done. And once they get reviewed, I can do the recordings. Recordings I could probably knock out in a day or two if I just set my mind to it. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I'm really excited about that today. So because it's Friday, I didn't want to do any coding. I've had a lot of client coding this week, and I just don't want to code anymore. But I do want to take a look at something else I had on my bucket list for this year, and that's to finally get my MCT, or my Microsoft Certified Trainer. And I feel like a pandemic is a good time to knock out some of those tests that I need to get. But things have changed in the MCT realm so much since last time I took it seriously that I need to go through and figure out which exams I need to take to get. So that's what we're going to look at today. I'm going to shoot over to MCP, Microsoft Certified Professional.com, and I actually need to see what tests I've already taken. All right. So the last test I took was this Azure 203, Developing Solutions in Microsoft Azure. I took that on a whim. So as a Microsoft MVP, we get credits, we get vouchers for passes, or vouchers for exams. So I took this exam last year just on a whim because I knew the exam I was going to lose the voucher. And I didn't study for it at all, just went and took the exam, passed the exam. I was like, woo, I passed the exam, everything's awesome. Now I need to actually put some thought and process into some harder exams. So my understanding with MCT is, let's look at Certified Trainer. Possesses a current Microsoft certification or qualification eligible for the MCT program. See the list of qualifying certifications. All right. So I'm looking at like Azure Developer Associate as a good starter. I think something developer related is going to be a good starter for getting MCT. The rest of these, I don't care about Microsoft 365. I don't care about Dynamics. I don't care about Office. Let's bump this up a little. There's a lot of stuff I don't care about in there. But I think Azure Developer Associate is the most in my wheelhouse to move forward. So I'm going to look at that. So I'm gonna go into my Notion here. Oops. Creating embed. If you're not using Notion, you should totally use Notion. I love Notion. Candidates for the Azure Developer Associate certification should have subject matter expertise designing, building, and testing and maintaining cloud applications and services on Microsoft Azure. That's kind of what I do every day. So I feel comfortable going for that and getting that fancy little badge next to my name. So hold on now. Required exams. It's only one required exam. Take one exam, earn the certification. Huh. I kind of thought this would be harder. Well, hold up now. Where's my... All right, I already bookmarked that. I will... Let me go back to my learning exam thingy. So, where is my badges? Oh, Azure Developer Associate. Already got it. It's valid until April next year. Holy crap. I already have the thing I need to apply for my MCT. Well, that changes everything.
Yeah, I achieved it last year.
Okay. I feel like I should have done more work. Anyone who's ever taken a Microsoft certification, when was the last time you looked at your transcript? So I have a lot of Microsoft certifications. I have very outdated, not needed certifications anymore. So I used to be a Microsoft certified systems engineer on Windows Server 2003 because when I was in college, and I was working for the local city IT department, and they just had money to spare for education. And they said, you go take the tests, you will pay for them. If you need training material, we'll pay for training material. And I went, okay. I'm like, that sounds great. And I really didn't have the ambition to be an IT person. I still wanted to be a dev. But when people are offering you free training, as long as it was, close to the work I was doing, we were working with Windows Server 2003 at the time. And I'm like, okay, well, let me go study for this and get it. And you can see I started with, 2005 is when I started. You get a Windows XP certification. These were dumb easy. Managing and maintaining Windows Server 2003, implementing, managing, and maintaining server network infrastructure. So the hard ones were, it was one of these two. I had to take twice because I failed it because it was all case studies. And if you haven't taken a Microsoft certification before, their process, there's 2 different exam styles, possibly 3. One is just question answer. So they give you a question and then you select from the multiple choice. So it might be select the one that makes the most sense. It might be select all that apply. And then there are some type of questions where it's like, take everything from column A and put them in column B if they apply to this situation. There's some fill in the blanks, and that's one test style. And then there's another test style that's case study, where they give you this one page of, it's a case study. So you read the case and then they ask you 5, 6, 7, 8 questions about that case, and you're designing specifically for that customer. And it's always like, why would you even do this? Like, the solutions that they're proposing don't make any sense. But when you work with Microsoft tech for a long enough period of time, you learn that there's the right way, the wrong way, and then the Microsoft way, which is a combination of right and wrong. And you learn what the Microsoft answers are going to be, and you apply the Microsoft answers. When I took the 203 exam, the Azure 203 exam, that's kind of how I went into that. Was they would give me code fill in the blank examples. Here's a code snippet. Fill in the blank with what you think the answer should be. I've worked with enough Microsoft SDKs and APIs that I know how they name things. So I would just look for the name in the list that seemed the most Microsofty and fill in the blank. And usually you would get it right if that were to happen. I forgot about this one. This was a beta exam I took, 583. So that was in 2010. In 2010, like a year or so after Microsoft, when it was still Windows Azure, it wasn't Microsoft Azure. So this was easy. This covered all of Azure. It was a very all-inclusive exam. You can't do that now. There's just too much. But I'm feeling really good about myself. I already have this thing, so I should be able to already go for my MCT, and I didn't realize it. Which that's not. All right. Let me come back here. Where was the thing where I got the MCT? So exam, certifications. Let me open up the trainer. Let me drop this into Okay, so I possess a current Microsoft certification or qualification for getting into the MCT program. I already have that. Special weather notice. Oh, that's not good. All right. Let's scroll down. So if you already have that, then you have to demonstrate instructional skill verified by one of the following sources. You could take one of these dozen courses, or you can provide a reference supporting at least 1 year of instructional experience. I feel like I could do that. I wonder, like, what a reference means. So, I'm kind of amazed I already have the thing that Azure Developer Associate. Azure. All right, I'm just like making sure the names match. Okay, so I think we're good. Application process. If you are interested, review the MCT program guide. Then you have to pay your dues. Wow. All right. Well, for more than 2 decades. What do you get as MCT? I totally forgot. You have exclusive access to the MCT alumni content. You also have access to MCT Central, where you find news, events, and a wide variety of resources tailored to MCT alumni. Exam discounts to keep your certification current and facilitate re-entry. Access to discount on ebook. Resources for exam prep and professional development. Click. I'm going to move that off the screen for a moment because I'm pretty sure I am a Microsoft partner technically. So which account do I have my Microsoft cert under? No thanks. All right, let's double check all this stuff. Password. I don't know the password. Hold on. LastPass knows the password. No thanks. Huh? Huh? Oh, okay. That didn't work. Click here to authenticate. No thanks. Pick an account. Yep. All right. So I'm a Microsoft partner, but I don't remember which Microsoft account I used to set up my partner credentials. So, all right, it's probably my no thanks. Choose my work account. Huh. And it's not recognizing my partner credentials for some reason. All right, that's probably not a big deal. Let me just say freelancer. Primary training audience, developer. Sorry, I'm doing. Server error occurred while saving the form. Dumb. All right, let's try this again. All right. Yeah, I have 3. Yeah, it says you have the certification. To renew, do you need at least one class during your metrics that matter? I don't have metrics that matter. Huh. You'll be redirected to a third-party site for payment. How much does this stuff cost? I totally forgot. All right. Let's see how much this costs. MCT certmarketplace.com. Wait. Holy crap. 100% discount. Typically costs $1,000. Huh. All right, check out. Hold on now. Let me type in all the information. All right. Next. Yep. Man, 100% discount. Ooh. Thanks for your order. You'll receive an email as proof of order. All right. Cool. Well, let's save this confirmation. PDF. Print to PDF. There we go. So, hey, Dota. So MCT stands for Microsoft Certified Trainer. And I do a lot of training. I do a lot of training outside of the Microsoft platform. So, but it's my content, it's my material. And I've been getting a lot of requests lately for Microsoft certification content, which I don't have because I'm not an MCT. So I figured, why don't I just tick that box and get my MCT so I can do some of this content. And that's what I'm doing now. Turns out I have the qualifications for it. I just got to tick that box. And apparently, there we go. So apparently I just applied for it. Yay. MCT payment result. Yeah, I got a 100% discount. That is. We'll see what it works. I mean, worst case scenario, they come back and say you need to verify yourself a little bit more. I have contacts at a couple of companies I worked with where maybe they'll vouch for me. I just gotta tell them, hey, I need to provide a reference for this. But wow, yeah, this is really interesting. Huh. That you got a bunch of bugs and usability issues on your website. Hopefully nothing too bad. Fixed a few of them. They were relatively minor. Well, that's good. I like minor bugs. I don't like the major ones that you have to sit down and really dive into. You realize you should be using your software yourself if you want it to work right. Yeah. Let's see. Wow. Let me look at certification, brother. Otherwise, the detail just isn't there. Yep, I can understand that. I feel like I should take more certs. Now that I don't have to, I feel like I should take more just for reasons. All right, let's take a look. Man, this certification planner is taking its sweet time to load. So yeah, that's really interesting. Let me look at badges, certifications. Let's look at technical certifications. Here we go. Developer. I'm interested in developer. So Azure Developer. That's what I already got. I don't care about Power Apps. I don't care about Dynamics. I don't care about Office, Microsoft 365. I've taken a lot of Microsoft certs. My transcript is right here. So yeah, I've been taking Microsoft certs since 2005. Everything up to here. Those are all infrastructure. Server, so Windows Server 2003, which at the time, so I never finished the story. The reason I had taken all of these exams was because my employer at the time was paying for them and gave me the resources to take the exams. And I thought that if I had gotten the exam and had gotten the certification, I would get a more permanent job. At the time, I was only a contractor. Hey, we have a raid coming in from Nick's Mad Science. Hey, Nick, how you doing, bud? Glad you can make it. How are things going? David Piano, welcome. Glad you all make it today. Nick, hope you had a good stream. How's your dev projects going? Just finished up a cool WebSocket stream overlay thing. Awesome. I need to do more of that. I always hated the idea of working on my stream on the stream, because that's what a lot of Twitch streamers do. Is they'll work on overlays or bots and this and that, and I always felt kind of weird about it. It's just too meta for me. But some of my best streams have been working on the stream. So I guess I should rethink that positioning. So those just joining us from the raid, hi, I'm Kevin. I'm so glad you're here today. I'm a .NET guy, Microsoft guy, and I live in the Southern Virginia area. And today, we're not really talking about coding. We're talking about certification. So I typically don't like Microsoft certification or certification in general for developers. And my mind has been changing on that a little. So I am Microsoft certified. We were just going through my transcript. I have a lot of Microsoft tests I have taken. I have 3 certifications. So no coding. We might get to coding. So it turns out I have the qualifications I need to get my MCT, my Microsoft Certified Trainer, and I have just applied for it. So we'll see if my application goes through. I should ought to reach out and see if I know anyone that's tied to the MCT program. See if they can push my application through. That'd be really useful. And turns out I got the application for free. It's usually like $1,000 to apply for it, and I got it for free. I got 100% discount. So yay! But everyone just joining us. So we're talking about Microsoft certification, and I'm actually looking to see, and the website's not coming up. Are there any other certs I could possibly try to work on myself? What's my end game here? What's my goal? My goal is I want to be able to provide Microsoft training material. And in order to do that, it's nice to have MCT. I've had a couple companies coming to me asking me specifically for certification training, and I can't do that because I'm not an MCT. So let's just fix that problem, and then I can offer all these additional services. And doing training for one of these certifications, like a boot camp, they pay really well. So it's just worth it to go through that effort. So yeah, turns out to become an MCT, you have to have a higher level active Microsoft certification. I had the Windows Server 2003 systems engineer. Yay. But turns out, so that one's gone, expired. It's not good anymore. However, I just recently got the Azure Developer Associate last year on a whim, and that's good enough to give me my MCT. So yay, everyone's good. So what we're doing now is going through some of the certification processes. So this is what I had qualified for. It turns out you just need one exam to get it. I don't want to take another exam. Is there something else I can go for? That's the only developer. Maybe I go for like solutions architect. That sounds fun. All right. Microsoft certified Azure solutions architect expert. Oh my gosh. This is 2 tests. Okay, here we are. So the Azure 303 and the Azure 304. They're both beta exams. I can get one of these for free because I'm a Microsoft MVP. Let's go ahead and look at... Well, I have this fancy Notion. So AZ 303. And then exam AZ 304. So you can schedule the exam now. This exam measures your ability to accomplish the following technical tasks. Implement and monitor an Azure infrastructure. Okay. I actually wrote a course on that. Implement management and security solutions. Yeah, who really needs security, right? Implement solutions for apps. Okay. And implement and manage data platforms. That's yeah. Azure certifications poster. Ooh, is there a poster? It's not a very good poster. They used to have a poster with all the courses you could take or all the exams and what they led up to. That's not this. Okay, so if I wanted to learn, so there's learning paths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of learning paths. So which learning paths apply to which exams? All right, 304. This exam measures your ability to accomplish the following technical tasks: design, monitoring, design, identity and security, design, data storage, design, business continuity, yep, and design infrastructure. All right, so this one mostly is just multiple choice answer the question. This one is most likely case study. So given a scenario, answer a range of questions. If it's like other exams I've taken of that format, it's like 3 case studies with 10 questions each. And it's always a good exam when there's like 20 questions. There's a bad exam if there's like 50 questions. So, all right. Azure Architect Technologies. So do I need to go through all these learning paths to... Oh, let's start a learning path. Can I do the entire learning path? VPN gateway. Wow. This is super useful. And I might learn something with this. Let's see. Sound coming through on my Elgato? No. So let's pipe. Hey, there we go. Okay. This is going to play a video. I think these are videos. Start. No, they are not videos. They are just Markdown. Okay. Suppose you're a network architect at a regional healthcare provider. The organization has migrated much of its infrastructure to Azure. You'd like to connect your data center and a larger regional facilities to Azure. You need secure connectivity so that patient health information is protected while it's crossing the network. It's Contoso Healthcare. You don't currently have the bandwidth requirements for a dedicated circuit, and you're looking for a way to integrate these networks in a cost-effective way. The virtual private network, or VPN gateway options in Azure help your company meet these connectivity requirements. You'll see how this is done by creating and testing VPNs to securely connect sites to Azure. In this module, you will... Okay. Connecting on-premises networks to Azure by using site-to-site VPN gateways. So I've played with this a little bit, just messing around. Virtual private network is then. All right, well let's walk through this. Then I'll go take the exam. So I feel like I should schedule the exam and just churn through this material as quickly as possible. Well, Nick, take care. Enjoy your meeting, and I'll talk to you later. Holy cow, this is a lot of stuff. Exercise, prepare Azure and on-prem. Yeah. So this is really well written. This bookmark. I'm not going to do this now because nobody got time for that. All right. But this is interesting. My goal is going to be these two exams next. And then I can add Microsoft Azure Architect to my title. Man, I created this whole Notion board and everything, and now I don't need it. Oh well, no big deal. All right, so there's that. All right, well, I guess we kind of can just cross that one off the list. What should we do next, folks? I don't know. What time is it? It's almost 4:30. We can go. We can do something else. So I just wrote a blog post. And what was the blog post? The blog post was, I love Azure Static Web Apps. This was a really fun post to write because Azure Static Web Apps is a really cool new feature to Azure. So if you haven't checked it out yet, here is the link to the post. But one of the questions I got, which I haven't done anything with yet, is someone asked me, Kevin, how do you do redirection with Azure Static Web Apps? So turns out there's a way to do that, and I'm discovering it's not very well written, or it's not easily discoverable. That's a better way of putting it. Sometime didn't I put a link on here? Static Web Apps. There we go. So if we go into their docs, yep, there's a concept here of routes. Yep. So what I want to do is I'm going to actually write an article on this, pulling all this together with some real examples. So let's build a real example. Let me bring up my thing. So GitHub. Let's go create a new repo. New repo. Azure static app web apps redirection routing. Example application implementing Vue, not ASP.NET, Azure static web app routing. I cannot type today to save my life. Okay, there we are. Let's go ahead and let's not set our git ignore yet. There we go. Oh, I didn't initialize it. Crap. It's great to read me. There we go. Okay. There we go. So we can take this, clone it. And it's public, so anyone out there can play with this if you want to. Here, I'll drop the link. And what we're going to do in here is we'll actually, so Azure, we'll do grid sum, create. I think you have to give it a name. Yeah, crap. Sample. All right, let me update my stream because the stream information is changing. With Azure static web apps. There we go. And that probably creates a stream marker. Yay. All right. So let's walk through this process real fast. If I go into sample and just say grid sum develop. And if we run this by itself, it is just a basic run-of-the-mill GridSum site. If you're not familiar with GridSum, GridSum is a static site generator. It's like Gatsby, Hexo, Hugo, you name it, or Jekyll. There's a whole bunch of these out there. They all do the same thing. They convert basically dynamic content into static pages, and those static pages get served up on a web server. Super fast, super performant. Just, it's the way to go. I use GridSum because I like Vue. I don't use Gatsby because I don't like React, and I'm just petty like that. So yeah. All right, so this works really well. I'm going to go back up one. Oops. You ever type in the wrong command? Git add, git and commit. This is the initial commit. What'd I do? All right, those are all good. Push those up. Then I can go into the Azure portal. Oh, wrong Azure portal. Oh, nope, that was the right Azure portal. I was just under the wrong account. Oh well. I'm going to fix that real fast on another screen. Yep. You can sign out of everything. No thanks. All right. Use my personal account because I have credits on that account. Yep. You have free Azure Advisor recommendations. Yay. All right, so what am I calling this? Azure Static Web Apps Routing. We'll go ahead and create a new resource group called that. Here, I'll shoot back over here. Go to resource group. It's starting to get windy outside. I think we have another storm coming in. All right, create a resource. We'll call this resource as static web app preview. And we'll give it a name. You know, we'll just call it Azure Static Apps Routing. Hey, it's available. Sign in with GitHub. Kevin. Repository is Azure Static Web Apps Routing. We'll use the master branch. So the app is located under sample. I don't have an API, but if I did, you can create an API using Azure Functions, which is a great feature. And then it's called build, is where the build happens. We'll hit create. We'll sit back and wait a moment. Okay, so the initial run is happening right now. If we go to GitHub Actions, we can see it's currently running. The initial build. And this will take a moment. So how you doing, chat? I hope everyone is having a good Friday. Hopefully your Friday is almost over. I'm going to go in, relax. Actually, I have some work I have to do this weekend, so I'll probably take the laptop in with me. And I don't want to do that, but they're necessities. So if you weren't here for the beginning of the conversation, I bought a Lego set. I bought this Lego set. The Mario Nintendo system. Let me find the full picture. There it is. So I bought that, and it's sitting on my living room floor, unopened, taunting me. And I'm not allowed to start it until I finish another project. Literally tuned in to the phrase, how's it going, chat? And it's, well, live coding, I'm glad you're here. So I bought this Lego set, and I'm not allowed to do it until my next course comes out, or until my next course is done. Once I'm done with everything, I can start this project. Yeah, I'm looking really forward to this. And because I get maybe one big Lego project every year. I think it's been 2 years since my last Lego project. And yeah, because I did the Saturn V 2 years ago. That was my last Lego project. I I just enjoy putting Lego together. So how's this going? All right, Gridsum's running. Oh, it failed. Why did it fail? Oh, because it's not called build. It's called distribution. I'm dumb. All right. It's all right. That's a quick fix. Let's go into the YAML. And down here at the bottom, there's build. This is actually called distribution. And let's start to commit. Try that again. Okay, so this kicked off the next round, if I wasn't dumb. Anyone out there using Azure, or not Azure, GitHub Actions? I kind of like them. I don't. So there's Azure DevOps, which Microsoft was really trying to push on us, and I had used in a couple cases, but I found I was hitting more walls with DevOps than when they introduced GitHub Actions. I tried GitHub Actions and I hit fewer walls, and it just seemed like a better way to go in my mind. Because I'm putting stuff in GitHub anyway, it just makes sense to use GitHub Actions. Although I have a client who is on an old subscription, so they're on the you're limited by the number of repositories, but you have unlimited users. I don't remember. It's an old subscription model that doesn't let me use Actions, so I'm trying to rejigger some stuff so we can use GitHub Actions on their account. All right, come on. Started a minute ago. Let's wrap this up. Build and deploy. Build and deploy. All right, come on, build and deploy. All build automation is suffering. As long as .NET Core exposes simplest CLI commands for everything, I'd rather build and deploy with CLI scripts rather than lock in abstracted build steps. Yeah, I can understand that. I've seen just some DevOps folks just write these stupid, complicated scripts and build automations. And I just feel like, why is your infrastructure that complicated to dive into that sort of thing? I've tried to use a couple. I think I tried to use TeamCity a long time ago, and I just ran into so many issues trying to set up basic builds, and there was no good guide out there for doing it. So I just said, screw it. Right click, publish. Actually works extremely well. So, all right, this is done. That means this should work. Yep. All right, so there's my Gridsum page running on Azure static sites. There's 2 views. This is all it comes with. And what I want to do is I want to go and we'll open this in VS Code. Over there. I'm going to have to bump my font up for y'all because I was doing actual work earlier and I took it down to a much smaller size. There we go. All right, so according to the documentation, which I have right here, and I did this a couple of weeks ago, so I'm just reminding myself now. You have to create a routes.json file, and it needs to deploy with your application. So I'm sticking mine into, let me bring up Zoom. So in Gridsum, you have this static folder And that's whatever's in that static folder just gets deployed along with your application in the root of the application directory. So it's really good if you need to do something like this. Send a routes.json. What does it look like? I don't remember. So defining routes, there are, so there's 3 properties. You can do wildcard. All right, let's go ahead and custom error pages. I feel like I could have like one. All right, and my wife texts me. All right. Default headers. That's a big example. All right, so let's talk about routes. Let's just do a routes section. And routes is an array of objects. I'm going to create a route called, no. Yep, I was right. It's route. The route, I will just do slash foo. No. We'll make it something that actually makes sense for a demo. Redirect to about page. And this is going to be a redirect. So it's going to serve 301. So it's going to serve about, but it'll be a 301 redirect. And this is all happening at the server side. It's not happening within the application. Gridsum's not privy to this. Hey, and we have a follow. Julian McFly, welcome to the Shed Quarters. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Julian, you working on anything interesting? Add routes.json. Let's push that up. Oh, let me pull down my other change. Push. Okay, so now we have to wait for it to rebuild again. That's wrong. Oh man, I have way too many Edge windows open. There we go. All right, so there's my merge. How long did the other one take? So that took 2 minutes and 48 seconds. That's a really good build time, in my opinion. Wish there was a way to speed that up, but you probably have to pay for something to get that kind of speed. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right. All right, still going strong, still going strong, still going strong. All right. see if we can find it in here. So what it does is it usually puts debug messages in here so you can see what's happening. But it hasn't built yet. So Gritsum's building. This should include routes.json as part of its deliverable. It's super small, so we'll zoom in on for you. Found and validated routes.json within the build artifacts folder. That's what we like to see. Okay. Here's what we got. We go to about, we can go to home. What if we go to what I call it, redirect to about page? That redirects to about page. So that does what we wanted to do. We can look at the network stack. And see it's a 301. Actually, so since we're in here, I'm going to record a couple. Hold on. All right, let's do a full refresh. It's clear. It's got that cache in there. I don't want that cache. Let me pull this out. Let me go into incognito mode. There we go. So, all right. Now I'll hit remove my cursor. Dang it. Come on, snag it. Let's try this again. There we go. I need all that. Yep. That's what I want. All right, so I'm going to save this. Azure static app routing 001. Yeah, good enough. Okay. So that's one example. There's also, actually, that's all I want to do is I want to talk about redirection. There's another redirection example. So that's something that actually exists. The problem I ran into, maybe that's all I talk about, is just how to serve that up. Platform error overrides. Oh, man. Hold on. I'm going to end up doing a series of blog posts on Azure static sites. So I need to make notes of everything I want to blog about. 301 redirects. 404 and unauthenticated pages. What else do I want to talk about? Default headers. Overriding headers. Headers with Azure static web apps. Trying to get a little bit of, hey, we have a host coming in from Visual Studio. I like the sound of that. So, hi folks watching from Visual Studio. I wonder what the Visual Studio channel was doing before it ended up on me. All right, default headers, MIME types. Yeah, I like all this. So then I want to look at authentication authorization. That's going to be its own. That's going to be its own set. Authentication. So access user information. You can. Oh my gosh! I didn't know you could actually do this. This is super useful. So then you use an API function to pull everything out. Huh. It's kind of blowing my mind here. This is really useful. So this is one of my least favorite parts of Azure Static Web Apps is that the API functionality through Azure Functions, is only JavaScript-based Azure Functions. I kind of want to use C# functions because that's just easier for me to write. But this would work well too. Custom domain. I haven't done that yet. So this is a good demo right here. I feel like I should update the README and point to this. So that's a 301 redirect. Oh, there's an obvious blog post idea to adding API support to Azure Static Web Apps. So let's do that as well. Let's add an API. So for API stuff, what you do is we go up one level. Oh, we're already at this right level. Make a directory API. We'll open that in VS Code. And we'll create Azure Functions. So create a function. It's not a function project. We'll create a function project. It has to be JavaScript. We'll create an HTTP trigger. And we'll just call this sample trigger. Make it anonymous. I like that. That works. So you pass in query name or body name. All right. So get status add API project. There we go. This is going to kick off another build. If we go into actions, we can watch it pick this up. All right, go Docker go. And we wait, and we wait, and we wait, and we wait. Close some tabs. Okay, so now what's going to happen, we'll zoom in a bit again. You know, I didn't even test if that HTTP function worked. I just kind of assumed it did. You would assume that if you did file new and a scaffold created some code for you, that code would work. But too many times have I done file new projects and the code just didn't work. Drives me insane. Oh. All right, there's Gridsome building. That's good. And then what it will do is in a minute it should detect my API. Yep. So it detected my API. Yep. So APIs also only run under Node.js 12s. So if you're running the latest version of Node.js, it don't work. Found that out the hard way. Okay. Now, what should happen is if I go to a different... So I have my app, but if I go to API slash, what do I call it? Sample trigger. Yeah, it's called sample trigger. Okay. Sample trigger, and then the name is Kevin. It says hello Kevin. Yay. I've added serverless to my static app. Super easy. All right, that was straightforward. Oh my gosh, we have some wicked thunder and light, or just thunder at the moment. I don't see any lightning, but that might be my cue to wrap things up for the day. So, all right. So look out for this article probably in the next couple days where I'm going to talk about routing. I'm going to talk about APIs. I love Azure Static Web Apps. So if you have any interest in that at all, go read my latest blog post. Hey, Sean, how you doing, bud? So, Sean, this is good lineup for you because I'm speaking at Tulsa.net on August 25th on Static Web Apps. So I'm just getting all the bits and pieces together for that talk. Got to build some slides, build a demo or two, and I think that's going to be a good time. So, but Sean, you're coming in towards the tail end of... You heard that group's amazing. I've heard a couple decent things about it. All right. Let's go look at Live Coders. So I am a member of the Live Coders, and the Live Coders are a group of people that code live, like me. And I am like low on the totem pole. There are people way better than I am on Live Coders. So let's try to find one or two who kind of match that description. Jitter Ted, I've rated Jitter Ted before. Let's see, what's he working on today? More view overlay work. That's my kind of guy. T-shirt show off, and then Java TDDing with something. Let's see. He looks like he's just started his stream too.
Other T-shirt.
Anthony writes code. Have I rated Anthony writes code before? Newly partnered. Oh, good. XLift Tech. Does open source, Python, programming, and pre-commit CI. You know what? Let's go rate Jitter Ted. We've rated him before, but Sana...
Oh, hey, Firepower. Thank you for the
I don't think I've seen Sana stream before. Now coding
So,
daughter.
Yeah, we're gonna be reading her. I hope you guys can like follow through and say hi
Huh.
and all of that. You know, give her some love.
Interesting.
Thank you all for coming.
All right, hold on. Let me read the whole thing. Website sessions, Discord.
Goodbye, people.
You know what? I've never rated Sana before. Let's go give Sana a raid, cause why not? All right, folks. So the rules of a raid. If you've never raided with me before, go say hi to Sana, and hang out for about 5-10 minutes, whatever interests you the most. But just kind of check out and see what they're doing. Looks like it's a stream.
Welcome to Friendly Fridays, where I have a bunch of my friends hanging out with me
It
on
looks like a
Fridays.
stream inside of a stream. But just hang out, see what she's doing, and
It's
oh,
Ben and Kyla
did my raid not go through? Hold on.
podcast.
I would have swore I pressed the button. Hold on. All right. Yep. Start raid. All right. Well, I would have swore I hit the start raid button, so maybe it'll go through here in a moment. But go say hi, hang out for a little bit. I will see you all next time. I'm going to double check. Did my raid thing come through? Am I currently offline? Dang it. Oh my goodness. I think we're a raid an empty channel just in time. All right, maybe it's a good thing my raid didn't go through. Am I still live? I'm assuming I'm still live. It says I'm still live. All right, live coders. All right, maybe it is going to be Jitter Ted after all.
Oh, no, I don't want a game. I want a load game.
Lana's always online. Lana's got 237
Load.
viewers right now. That's not even fair. All right, and let's do Jitter Ted. Jitter Ted
Would that
is
sub
the
even
man
more,
right now.
of an incentive for me to,
Jitter Ted.
so you can get those. So you
All
can
right.
get those units.
Let's try this raid again.
All right, so let's go refactor. After that
Weird.
wonderful T-shirt diversion.
It's
Just
so it's
push
not
this
showing
through.
me the actual
So
stream.
looking at T-shirts.
Did it?
Oh, well.
So chat. Someone in
Okay,
chat tell me.
so what
Did
I'll
it come
do
up and
is-
say raid?
Push some of this information down into the component where it belongs. So let's do that. So
Because my
we want
Twitch dashboard is
core
giving me
classes,
nothing right now. It's just kind of
weights. So
staring
these are
at
pretty
me.
much constant. So we can just move these two down.
Weird. All right. Let's Let's hit refresh.
We did a little.
Hit refresh. Refreshes fix most things, right?
All right, so let's move these down into this component. Let's see.
Oh,
That's gonna be-
now it says I'm hosting.
Let's move that there. That. Oh, those shouldn't be props.
All right. I have no idea what's going on.
Those should be data.
There we go.
No data in here.
All right. Well, if you're still watching me, hi. I love you. I'll see you all next time.